Number 6. The Julia Beast. They called it the Julia Beast, the only creature in history that existed for 15 seconds of sound, then ghosted humanity forever. If there were an Oscar for Best Monster Cameo, this thing would have taken home the gold. March 1st, 1999. Noah's hydrophones picked up a deep moan so powerful the entire South Pacific microphone network shook. It hit 190 decibels, louder than a fleet of battleships laying on their horns. Once the audio got posted online, sped up 16 times, the internet collectively decided something the size of an apartment building was screaming under the sea. And because the internet never disappoints, people started adding lore. A 250-foot creature swimming 15 miles an hour toward the Mariana Trench. A secret satellite called Apollo 33A5 caught it on tape. Plot twist, that satellite never existed. Scientists later ruined the fun. It wasn't a monster. It was a cryosysm, the sound of a massive iceberg grinding across the Antarctic seabed. No monster. Just frozen water, yelling. So yeah, Julia wasn't a sea beast. It was a myth born from Reddit and insomnia, a 1999 remix of the Blue. Proof that all you need to make a legend is 15 seconds of noise and a Wi-Fi connection weak enough to distort it. Number 5. Cthulhu. Now, if you blended an octopus, a dragon, and humanity's collective nightmare into a cosmic smoothie, you'd get Cthulhu. A mountain with tentacles, wings like steel curtains, and enough bad vibes to ruin a planet. Cthulhu first crawled out of H.P. Lovecraft's 1928 story, The Call of Cthulhu. He's what Lovecraft called a great old one, currently dead, but dreaming in a sunken city named Arlaia, somewhere under the South Pacific, waiting for the stars to line up so he can clock back in for world domination. He's described as a walking mountain that breaks every law of physics and geometry. Stand before him and your brain has two options: go insane or reboot. Sounds like pure fiction, right? Except the unknown depths part is completely real. Humans have explored less than 1,000% of the ocean floor. The rest, blank space. In 1997, NOAA recorded the bloop, a low-frequency roar, louder than anything alive. And guess what? It came from the same coordinates as Lovecraft's Arlaia. The internet instantly screamed Cthulhu's rolling over in his sleep. Science again ruined the party, said it was just an iceberg cracking. Maybe so, but ice melts. Fear doesn't. If Julia was the ocean's notification ping, Cthulhu is the system update you're too scared to install. He's the mascot of thalassophobia, the fear of deep water. Because down there, life thrives without sunlight, giant squids, extremophiles, whole ecosystems that don't need the sunday. So yeah, imagining a 300-foot genius squid waiting for a cosmic signal to log back in, not that hard. Maybe Cthulhu's fiction, but that chill you get staring into black water, that's real. Because the scariest thing in the ocean isn't what's down there. It's the empty space where our imagination fills in the dark. Number 4. The Devilfish. For centuries, sailors swore they'd seen the sea devil, a horned beast with wings exploding out of the water to flip ships just for fun. Sounds terrifying, right? Yeah, except the devil turned out to be a gentle filter-feeding pancake with fins, the giant manta ray. These guys can reach a wingspan of 23 feet and weigh nearly 5,000 pounds. Basically a flying minivan that decided to swim instead. And instead of eating people, they sip plankton, millions of microscopic snacks per gulp. Those horns just rolled up fins that help funnel food into their mouths. From a distance, sure, they look demonic. Up close, more like a yoga instructor with flippers. Truth is, mantas are pacifists. No teeth, no stinger, zero interest in biting anyone. They actually have the biggest brain-to-body ratio of any fish, right up there with dolphins and chimps. They recognize themselves in mirrors, which already puts them ahead of most humans on a Monday morning. And those dramatic leaps out of the water that scared sailors half to death. That's just them shaking off parasites, flirting, or celebrating life. In today's world, a manta is basically the ocean's Zen influencer, big, calm, vegan, and constantly exfoliating. They hang out at coral cleaning stations waiting for tiny fish to nibble off dead skin like a spa day. So yeah, the devilfish isn't a devil at all. It's an angel in disguise, massive, smart, peaceful. A reminder that most things only look scary when you're shining the wrong light on them. Okay, if you made it this far, you're officially one of us. Like, subscribe, and turn on the bell so the video climbs the YouTube algorithm and we can continue with our series of weird creatures. Number 3. Champ, America's answer to Nessie. If Scotland's got Nessie, America said, "Hold my beer, we've got our own lake monster." And thus, Champ was born. A legendary creature said to live in Lake Champlain, a stretch of water so huge, you could spend all day boating and still not find the shore. The story started with the Abenaki and Iroquois tribes who spoke of a horned serpent called Gittysgog. Then came 1609 when explorer Samuel de Champlain allegedly saw the beast. Except plot twist, he didn't. He described a big hard-scaled fish with a long snout which sounds a lot more like a gar than a dinosaur. That famous 20-foot horse-headed snake, quote, totally made up in 1970. Sorry, Sam. Over 300 people have claimed to see Champ describing it like a living plesiosaur. In 1977, Sandra Mancy snapped a blurry photo that became the Mona Lisa of lake monsters. No negatives, no coordinates, no sense of scale. Later, hydrophones picked up dolphin-like sounds in 2003. Cool, except prehistoric reptiles didn't use sonar. So yeah, this lake's got a serious cosplay scene. Scientists think Champ might just be a 2-meter sturgeon or a line of otters playing Follow the Leader. But come on, this is the internet. Who needs evidence when you've got memes? Champ's now a local legend legally protected by Vermont and New York, and even moonlights as the mascot for the Vermont Lake Monsters baseball team. Nessie got a Netflix deal. Champ got a jersey. Real or not, Champ pulled off something most prehistoric creatures couldn't, becoming a pop culture icon that outlived its own era. If it does exist, it's probably signing endorsement deals with a team named after itself. Number 2. Plesiosaur, the Jurassic fashion icon. If there were a Best Dressed of the Jurassic award, the Plesiosaur would win hands down. It looks like evolution stitched together a turtle's body, a giraffe's neck, and 4 kayak paddles, then said, yep, that'll do. In 1823, fossil hunter legend Mary Anning discovered the first near-complete skeleton. People thought she'd faked it because no one believed anything could look that weird. But it was real. The plesiosaur ruled the oceans through the Mesozoic era, barrel-bodied, 4-flippered, swimming like a penguin that took steroids. Some species like Elasmosaurus had 76 neck vertebrae longer than the boat chasing them. Forget those old illustrations with the swan-like neck poking out of the water. That was artistic nonsense. Their necks were built for horizontal strikes, perfect for stealth attacks on schools of fish. Small heads, sharp teeth, silent kills. Basically the Navy SEALs of the Jurassic. And get this, they gave live birth, probably raised their young, and acted more like whales than reptiles. So yeah, the plesiosaur was the whale mom of its time, nurturing, deadly, and absolutely fabulous. Then someone saw its fossil and went, hey, that looks like the Loch Ness Monster minor issue. Loch Ness is only 10,000 years old, and plesiosaurs went extinct 66 million years ago. That's a pretty big scheduling conflict. Plesiosaurs weren't Scottish, weren't living in lakes, and definitely weren't running a tourism business. But they're proof that even in the Jurassic, nature had style, terrifying, elegant, runway-ready style. Number 1. El Grand Maha. The four-tusked Titan modern elephants look big and friendly, like living bulldozers with empathy. Their ancient cousin Gomphotherium, though, looked like evolution got bored and hit custom build. Same size, double the tusks. Yep, this beast came with 4 of them, because apparently 2 wasn't enough. Living between 13 and 5 million years ago during the Miocene, Gomphotherium matched today's Asian elephants in size. But those lower tusks were flat like shovels, perfect for digging roots, stripping bark, or scooping up pondweeds. Basically, it was nature's first excavator, a gentle giant with built-in tools. Fossils have been found across Africa, Eurasia, and North America. For a while, these four-tusked titans were everywhere until climate shifts and smarter elephant cousins took over. But here's where it gets mythic in Hindu tradition. There's Airavata, a sacred white elephant mount of the god Indra, famous for its 4 tusks. Coincidence? Maybe not. Ancient people might have unearthed Gomphotherium fossils and thought, this isn't an animal, this is divine. If it lived today, Gomphotherium would be the blue-collar influencer of the wild, dig roots, move mud, stay hydrated. Meanwhile, its mythic cousin Airavata is luxury edition, weather control, celestial glow, zero emissions. One ate plants, one ate prayers, but both carved their place in human imagination. Because sometimes extinction isn't the end. It's just the beginning of a legend wearing a new face. And that, my friends, wraps up another episode of Beats Lore, where prehistory gets weird, witty, and occasionally apologetic for evolution's design choices. So tell me in the comments a top deep-sea sounds ever recorded, bee fossils that made scientists spit out their coffee, or see extinct creatures too cute to fear, but too weird to pet. Drop your pick below. Hit like, subscribe, and ring that bell, because next time we're diving to the edge where myth meets fossil, and something in the dark just might be watching back.